if you've ever wondered how much your overall health is connected to hormonal balance, gut function, and daily habits. You're not alone. Many men don't realize that women's health issues, like hormonal changes or metabolism shifts, have powerful parallels in men's health too. Today, we're going to talk about the real science behind vaginal health. Not from a sensational point of view, but from a biological one, because understanding how the body works helps everyone become healthier, stronger, and more informed. I'm Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, and what I want you to take away from this conversation is simple: men and women are different, but the foundation of health is the same. Hormones, nutrition, muscle health, and inflammation. All of these factors influence how our bodies age and perform. Men often face their own set of challenges after 40 or 50. Declining testosterone, reduced energy, and slower recovery. But these changes don't have to define you. Just like women benefit from understanding their biology, men can benefit from learning how hormones, diet, and lifestyle directly affect vitality and confidence. Here's the truth: the body is an interconnected system. You can't separate hormonal health from nutrition, muscle, or stress management. If you're not eating enough quality protein, not sleeping well, or living under chronic stress, it will affect your hormones, whether you're male or female. The science behind vaginal health teaches us about the importance of balance, maintaining a healthy microbiome, regulating inflammation, and supporting the body with proper nutrients. Those same principles apply to men's health too. The takeaway here is that your daily habits matter more than you think. Strength training, eating whole foods, staying hydrated, and prioritizing sleep. These aren't just general wellness tips. They are hormonal stabilizers. They're what keep your body functioning optimally as you age. So whether you're here to understand women's health better or to apply these lessons to your own life, stay with me. Because today, we're diving into the real science of how the human body maintains balance, vitality, and long-term strength. Understanding the biological connection between hormones, nutrition, and overall health is fundamental to achieving true vitality and longevity. Hormones are the body's messengers, controlling everything from energy and metabolism to mood, muscle growth, and even cognitive function. They are the silent regulators that keep your body running smoothly behind the scenes, ensuring that every system communicates effectively with the others. But here's the catch: hormones don't function in isolation. They respond directly to your daily habits, your nutrition, your sleep, and your stress levels. Every choice you make, from what you eat to how you move, sends a signal to your body that influences hormonal balance. When you understand this connection, you realize that you have far more control over your health than you may think. Nutrition plays a pivotal role in shaping your hormonal landscape. The foods you eat are not just sources of energy, they are chemical information for your body. Protein, fats, and carbohydrates each play unique roles in hormone production and regulation. For instance, healthy fats from sources like avocados, olive oil, nuts, and fish are essential for synthesizing hormones such as testosterone and estrogen. Without enough of these fats, hormone production can decline, leading to symptoms like fatigue, poor focus, and low libido. Protein is equally important because it provides the amino acids necessary to build and repair tissues and supports hormones that regulate appetite, metabolism, and muscle growth. On the other hand, overly processed foods, excess sugar, and refined carbohydrates can disrupt insulin balance, increase inflammation, and throw off the delicate hormonal equilibrium that your body works hard to maintain. When insulin, one of the body's key metabolic hormones, becomes imbalanced due to poor diet, it triggers a domino effect. High insulin levels can lead to weight gain, particularly around the midsection, which further affects hormonal balance because fat tissue itself produces hormones like estrogen. For men, this can mean reduced testosterone levels, decreased energy, and difficulty building or maintaining muscle. For women, it can cause irregular cycles and mood swings. This is why nutrition is not simply about calories. It's about communication. Every bite you take tells your body whether to build, repair, or store. A diet rich in whole foods, adequate protein, colorful vegetables, and healthy fats creates a hormonal environment that supports vitality and stability. Another key player in hormonal health is stress, and the way your body responds to it through the release of cortisol. Cortisol, often labeled the stress hormone, is vital in small doses because it helps the body respond to challenges. However, when stress becomes chronic, cortisol levels remain elevated, disrupting the balance of other hormones. High cortisol can suppress testosterone, interfere with thyroid function, and even affect the hormones that regulate sleep and appetite. You might notice cravings for sugar or caffeine, difficulty sleeping, or constant fatigue. All signs that your hormones are struggling to find equilibrium. Managing stress through mindful practices like meditation, breathing exercises, or even regular physical activity helps lower cortisol and restore balance. Exercise, particularly strength training, has a profound effect on hormonal health. Building muscle naturally boosts testosterone and growth hormone, two key hormones that support metabolism, fat loss, and energy. It also improves insulin sensitivity, meaning your body uses carbohydrates more effectively and maintains more stable blood sugar levels. Regular exercise enhances the release of endorphins, which reduce stress and improve mood, creating a positive feedback loop between physical and emotional health. However, balance is key. Overtraining without sufficient recovery can increase cortisol and work against your hormonal goals. The best results come from consistent, moderate intensity exercise paired with proper recovery, nutrition, and rest. Sleep is another pillar of hormonal regulation, yet it's often the first thing people sacrifice. During deep sleep, the body produces growth hormone, repairs tissues, and restores the nervous system. Lack of quality sleep disrupts nearly every hormone, including insulin, cortisol, and testosterone. Even one night of poor rest can lead to increased cravings, irritability, and reduced focus. Over time, chronic sleep deprivation can accelerate aging and make it more difficult to lose fat or gain muscle. Creating a regular sleep schedule, limiting screens before bed, and ensuring a cool, dark, and quiet environment are simple yet powerful ways to optimize hormone balance through better rest. Beyond nutrition, exercise, and sleep, one often overlooked aspect of hormonal health is gut function. The gut microbiome, the community of bacteria living in your digestive tract, influences how well your body absorbs nutrients and regulates inflammation. A balanced gut supports proper hormone metabolism and detoxification. For example, if your gut health is compromised, estrogen can be recycled improperly, leading to imbalances that affect mood, energy, and weight. Eating a diet rich in fiber, fermented foods, and diverse plant-based nutrients supports gut integrity and keeps the hormonal system in sync. Hydration and micronutrients also play a part in hormonal stability. Minerals like magnesium, zinc, and selenium are essential cofactors in hormone production and metabolism. Magnesium supports relaxation and reduces cortisol, while zinc is vital for testosterone production and immune function. Selenium supports thyroid health, which regulates metabolism and energy. When your diet lacks these key nutrients, your hormones can't function optimally. Prioritizing nutrient-dense foods, staying hydrated, and, when necessary, supplementing under professional guidance can make a remarkable difference in how your body performs. It's also worth noting that environmental factors influence hormones. Exposure to toxins such as pesticides, plastics, and synthetic chemicals can mimic or interfere with natural hormone activity. These endocrine disruptors are found in common items like plastic bottles, cleaning products, and even personal care products. Reducing exposure by choosing glass containers, natural cleaning supplies, and minimizing processed foods can lessen the burden on your hormonal system and support long-term health. Hormonal balance is not about perfection. It's about awareness and consistency. Your body is constantly adjusting and adapting to the inputs it receives. When you start feeding it the right foods, managing stress, and getting adequate rest, you create an internal environment that allows hormones to do their job effectively. It's not about quick fixes or trendy supplements. It's about giving your body what it needs to function at its best every single day. For men over 50, this understanding becomes even more important. As testosterone levels gradually decline with age, maintaining proper nutrition, exercise, and sleep becomes essential to preserving energy, strength, and confidence. You can't stop the aging process, but you can absolutely influence how well you age. When your hormones are balanced, you feel it. Your mood stabilizes, your motivation increases, and your physical performance improves. It's not magic. It's biology working in harmony with your lifestyle. Ultimately, understanding the biological connection between hormones, nutrition, and overall health is about taking responsibility for your well-being. It means recognizing that your daily choices shape how your body feels and functions. By nourishing yourself with whole foods, staying active, managing stress, and honoring rest, you align your body's internal systems to work with you instead of against you. Hormonal health is not reserved for the young. It's a lifelong pursuit, and the benefits of caring for it compound with time. When your hormones are in balance, your body operates efficiently, your mind stays sharp, and your confidence grows from the inside out. This is the foundation of true, lasting health, not just looking better, but living better every single day. Recognizing how hormonal balance impacts both men's and women's vitality begins with understanding that hormones are not just about reproduction or aging. They are the body's command signals that control nearly every function. They determine how much energy you have, how easily you build muscle or store fat, how clearly you think, and even how you feel emotionally. When your hormones are balanced, you feel in sync, your body performs smoothly, and your mind feels sharp. But when they're imbalanced, even slightly, everything feels off. Energy drops, motivation fades, and it becomes harder to maintain focus or strength. Many men and women attribute these changes to simply getting older. But in reality, most of these issues come from lifestyle choices that disrupt hormonal communication rather than the natural passage of time. Hormones like testosterone, estrogen, insulin, thyroid hormones, and cortisol work together like instruments in an orchestra. When one goes out of tune, the whole performance sounds off. For men, testosterone is often the hormone most associated with vitality. It supports muscle growth, confidence, energy, and libido. For women, estrogen and progesterone regulate mood, bone health, and overall balance. However, both men and women rely on the same hormonal foundation: stable blood sugar, healthy thyroid function, proper stress management, and restorative sleep. It's not about gender-specific hormones alone. It's about how the entire hormonal network communicates within the body. As we age, natural changes occur in hormone production. For men, testosterone levels gradually decline, often by about 1% per year after the age of 30. For women, estrogen and progesterone shift more dramatically, especially during perimenopause and menopause. These changes can cause symptoms like fatigue, loss of muscle mass, mood swings, and disrupted sleep. But while hormonal decline with age is natural, the degree of decline and the impact it has depend heavily on lifestyle factors. Poor nutrition, chronic stress, lack of movement, and insufficient recovery can accelerate hormonal imbalance and make symptoms more severe. On the other hand, a balanced lifestyle can minimize these effects and keep hormones functioning at healthy levels well into later decades of life. Diet plays a critical role in maintaining hormonal balance. Your body needs the right building blocks to produce hormones. Proteins provide amino acids. Healthy fats supply cholesterol, the precursor for many hormones, and micronutrients like zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D act as cofactors in hormone synthesis. When your diet is low in nutrients or high in processed foods, your hormonal systems don't have the raw materials they need to function properly. For example, diets high in sugar and refined carbohydrates can cause insulin spikes, leading to insulin resistance over time. Insulin resistance doesn't just affect blood sugar. It also interferes with testosterone production in men and disrupts estrogen balance in women. A well-balanced diet based on lean proteins, fiber-rich vegetables, complex carbohydrates, and healthy fats helps maintain stable insulin levels, which in turn supports the entire hormonal network. Stress is another major disruptor of hormonal balance. When you're constantly under pressure, whether physical, emotional, or psychological, your body releases cortisol to help you cope. Short term, this is beneficial. Cortisol helps you stay alert and handle challenges. But when stress becomes chronic, cortisol levels remain elevated, suppressing other key hormones like testosterone and thyroid hormones. In women, it can throw off the balance between estrogen and progesterone, leading to irregular cycles, mood changes, or weight gain. In men, it can reduce muscle mass, increase fat storage, and decrease motivation. Managing stress through relaxation, mindfulness, and physical activity isn't just about feeling calm. It's a vital step in maintaining hormonal equilibrium and overall vitality. Exercise is one of the most powerful tools for supporting hormonal health. Strength training, in particular, helps stimulate testosterone and growth hormone production in both men and women, enhancing muscle tone, bone density, and metabolism. Cardiovascular exercise supports insulin sensitivity and heart health, while mobility and stretching routines help regulate the nervous system. The key is finding balance. Overtraining without adequate recovery can actually raise cortisol levels and deplete hormones that promote recovery and muscle growth. Listening to your body and alternating between intense training, light movement, and rest days allows your hormones to adapt positively instead of becoming overwhelmed. Sleep is often the most overlooked yet essential aspect of hormonal regulation. During deep sleep, the body produces growth hormone, repairs tissues, and resets the nervous system. When sleep is cut short or poor in quality, hormones like cortisol and insulin become dysregulated, leading to fatigue, irritability, and poor decision-making around food and exercise. Over time, lack of sleep contributes to weight gain, low testosterone, and increased inflammation. Prioritizing consistent, high-quality rest can reset your hormonal balance faster than almost any other lifestyle change. Going to bed and waking up at consistent times, minimizing exposure to screens before bed, and creating a calm sleeping environment can have profound effects on energy and mood. Men and women also share another key factor in hormonal health: body composition. Muscle tissue plays a major role in regulating metabolism and hormonal function. The more lean muscle mass you maintain, the more sensitive your body becomes to insulin, which helps regulate blood sugar and energy. Muscle also supports the production of hormones that influence strength, focus, and resilience. Unfortunately, many people lose muscle as they age due to inactivity, poor nutrition, and insufficient protein intake. Strength training and consuming enough protein each day are crucial not just for physical appearance, but for hormonal balance. It's also important to understand the role of body fat in hormonal health. Fat tissue produces estrogen and stores toxins that can interfere with hormonal signaling. While a certain amount of body fat is necessary for proper hormone function, too much, especially around the abdomen, can lead to inflammation and hormone imbalances. This is why maintaining a healthy weight through proper diet and exercise is not just a cosmetic concern, but a key factor in hormonal stability and long-term vitality. Hydration and micronutrient balance are additional pieces of the puzzle. Hormones are transported through the bloodstream, and adequate hydration ensures efficient communication between cells. Minerals like potassium, magnesium, and sodium maintain electrolyte balance, which supports nerve function and muscle contraction. Deficiencies in these minerals can lead to fatigue, poor performance, and stress on the adrenal glands, which regulate cortisol. Drinking enough water and consuming nutrient-dense foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and lean proteins help keep these systems functioning optimally. Another often ignored aspect is environmental exposure. Chemicals in plastics, personal care products, and processed foods, known as endocrine disruptors, can mimic hormones and interfere with the body's natural balance. Compounds like BPA, phthalates, and parabens can affect testosterone and estrogen levels, reducing exposure by using glass containers, natural products, and eating fresh. Unprocessed foods can lessen this burden on your hormonal system. When hormonal balance is achieved, the difference is noticeable. You wake up feeling rested, your energy remains steady throughout the day, and your workouts feel more productive. Your body composition improves, your focus sharpens, and your emotional stability increases. You're able to respond to stress without becoming overwhelmed, and recovery feels quicker. This sense of vitality isn't a luxury, it's the natural state of a well-regulated body. Achieving it doesn't require perfection, just consistent effort and awareness. For both men and women, the message is the same: hormones don't dictate your life, you do. By making mindful choices each day about how you eat, move, sleep, and manage stress, you can influence your hormonal balance, and by extension, your energy, strength, and longevity. The body wants to be in balance. Your job is to create the environment that allows it to thrive. Hormonal health isn't about chasing youth. It's about sustaining vitality, clarity, and confidence at every stage of life. When your hormones are in harmony, everything else follows: your metabolism, your mindset, and your motivation to live a vibrant, fulfilling life. Prioritizing daily habits like sleep, strength training, and proper nutrition is one of the most powerful ways to create lasting health and hormonal balance. While many people look for quick fixes or supplements to boost energy and vitality, the truth is that the foundation of a strong, healthy body is built on small, consistent actions performed every single day. These habits may seem simple, but they work together to regulate your hormones, improve your mood, and increase your physical and mental resilience. The human body thrives on rhythm and consistency. When you nourish it properly, move it regularly, and allow it to rest deeply, every system in your body, from your metabolism to your nervous system, functions more efficiently. These daily choices shape how you age, how you feel, and how much energy you have to show up fully in your life. Sleep is one of the most underrated, yet essential elements of health. It is during sleep that your body repairs tissues, restores energy, and regulates crucial hormones like growth hormone, testosterone, insulin, and cortisol. Quality sleep helps to balance appetite hormones, keeping cravings in check and stabilizing mood and energy levels throughout the day. In contrast, chronic sleep deprivation throws the entire system off balance. Even one night of poor sleep can increase cortisol levels, disrupt blood sugar regulation, and make you feel irritable or sluggish. Over time, lack of sleep contributes to weight gain, muscle loss, weakened immunity, and cognitive decline. For men, poor sleep can lead to decreased testosterone levels, which directly affects energy, confidence, and focus. Prioritizing sleep isn't a luxury, it's a biological necessity. Creating an evening routine that promotes relaxation, such as dimming the lights, avoiding screens before bed, and maintaining a cool, dark environment, signals your body that it's time to unwind and repair. Consistent sleep patterns not only enhance physical recovery, but also improve mental clarity and emotional stability. Strength training is another cornerstone of a healthy lifestyle, especially as we age. Building and maintaining muscle is not only about physical appearance. It's one of the most effective ways to support metabolic and hormonal health. Muscle tissue is metabolically active, meaning it helps regulate blood sugar, improves insulin sensitivity, and supports the production of testosterone and growth hormone. These hormones are essential for maintaining strength, energy, and vitality. Unfortunately, after the age of 30, most people begin to lose muscle mass naturally, a process known as sarcopenia. Without resistance training, this decline accelerates, leading to reduced mobility, slower metabolism, and increased fat accumulation. The good news is that muscle loss is preventable and even reversible through consistent strength training. Engaging in resistance exercises, whether with weights, resistance bands, or body weight, stimulates muscle growth, enhances bone density, and improves joint stability. Strength training also boosts confidence, mental sharpness, and stress resilience, as physical strength often translates into emotional strength. It's not necessary to train like an athlete to reap the benefits. 2 to 4 sessions of strength training per week, combined with daily movement such as walking, stretching, or light cardio, can make a profound difference. The key is consistency, proper form, and gradual progression. The body adapts to the demands placed on it, and as it does, hormones like testosterone and growth hormone rise naturally, improving recovery, focus, and motivation. Moreover, physical activity releases endorphins, the feel hormones that help counter stress and elevate mood. When combined with proper recovery, exercise becomes one of the most powerful tools for balancing hormones and maintaining vitality throughout life. Nutrition, the third pillar, ties everything together. What you eat directly influences how your body functions on a cellular and hormonal level. Food isn't just fuel. It's information that tells your body how to perform. Protein is one of the most important nutrients, especially for maintaining muscle and supporting metabolic health. It provides the amino acids necessary for tissue repair, hormone synthesis, and immune function. A diet rich in high-quality protein sources like fish, eggs, lean meats, dairy, and plant-based options helps preserve lean muscle mass and keeps you feeling full and energized. Alongside protein, healthy fats are essential for hormone production and brain health. Fats from sources like avocados, olive oil, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish supply cholesterol, the building block for many hormones, including testosterone and estrogen. Balanced fats also help stabilize energy levels and support cognitive function. Carbohydrates, often misunderstood, are equally important when consumed in moderation and from whole food sources. Complex carbohydrates like oats, quinoa, brown rice, fruits, and vegetables provide steady energy and help regulate insulin sensitivity. Overconsumption of refined carbohydrates and sugars, however, can cause blood sugar spikes, leading to insulin resistance, inflammation, and hormonal disruption. A diet built on whole, nutrient-dense foods keeps blood sugar stable and hormones in balance. Micronutrients such as zinc, magnesium, vitamin D, and B vitamins also play critical roles in hormone synthesis and energy metabolism. For instance, zinc is vital for testosterone production. Magnesium supports relaxation and cortisol regulation, and vitamin D enhances immune and mood function. A balanced diet that includes a wide variety of whole foods ensures these essential nutrients are available for optimal performance. Hydration is another simple but powerful habit that many overlook. Hormones are transported through the bloodstream, and proper hydration ensures efficient communication between cells. Even mild dehydration can lead to fatigue, poor concentration, and stress on the adrenal glands, which regulate cortisol and other hormones. Drinking enough water throughout the day supports energy, digestion, and cognitive function. Adding electrolytes or mineral-rich foods can further enhance hydration, particularly for those who exercise regularly. Stress management is the glue that holds all of these habits together. No matter how well you eat or train, chronic stress can undermine your progress by keeping cortisol levels elevated. High cortisol not only disrupts sleep and increases fat storage, but also suppresses testosterone and thyroid function. Incorporating daily stress, reducing practices such as mindfulness, breathing exercises, time in nature, or journaling can help keep cortisol in check. Small moments of relaxation throughout the day give your body and mind the opportunity to reset and recover, supporting better hormonal function overall. Routine and consistency are key to making these habits stick. The body thrives on rhythm. Waking, eating, training, and resting at regular times creates stability in your hormonal cycles. It's not about perfection, but about showing up every day with intention. Over time, these actions compound, and your body begins to operate more efficiently. You sleep better, digest food more easily, and feel more energized throughout the day. Motivation comes naturally when your body feels good, because your internal systems are in alignment. One of the greatest benefits of prioritizing these daily habits is that they empower you to take control of your health. Instead of reacting to fatigue, weight gain, or stress after they appear, you can proactively build a foundation that prevents these issues. Every time you choose to go to bed on time, eat a nutrient-dense meal, or complete a workout, you're investing in your future vitality. This approach creates a positive feedback loop. Healthy habits support balanced hormones, which in turn make it easier to maintain those habits. The process becomes self-sustaining. For men and women alike, this daily discipline is what separates short-term results from lifelong well-being. It's not about following extreme diets or intense exercise programs. It's about understanding that the small, consistent things you do every day determine how you feel, perform, and age. Strength, clarity, and energy are earned through simple, deliberate actions. By making sleep, exercise, and nutrition non-negotiable priorities, you give your body the environment it needs to thrive. In the end, optimal health is not the result of one perfect day. It's the outcome of hundreds of small, intentional choices. Prioritizing sleep restores your energy and hormones. Training your body builds resilience and strength. Nourishing yourself with real food fuels every system within you. These habits form the foundation of vitality at any age, helping you move through life with confidence, purpose, and lasting strength. When your daily routine supports your biology supports your life. And that's where true, sustainable health begins. Focusing on long-term balance to support energy, confidence, and overall well-being is about creating a lifestyle that works with your body instead of against it. True health isn't built in a week or even a month. It's cultivated over time through consistent habits, thoughtful choices, and a deep understanding of how your body responds to your environment. Many people make the mistake of chasing quick results through extreme diets, unsustainable workout plans, or harsh restrictions, but these approaches often backfire, leaving you more exhausted and frustrated than before. Balance, on the other hand, is about sustainability. It's about finding that middle ground where you can feel strong, energized, and confident. Not just for a short period, but for the rest of your life. Achieving long-term balance requires patience, awareness, and a willingness to make gradual improvements that support both physical and mental health. Energy is often the first indicator of whether your body is in balance. When your hormones, sleep, nutrition, and movement patterns are aligned, you wake up feeling refreshed and maintain consistent energy throughout the day. But when one of those systems falls out of rhythm, fatigue sets in. Many people overlook how interconnected their habits are. A few nights of poor sleep can lead to poor food choices. Skipping meals or overconsuming caffeine can raise cortisol levels. And overworking without rest can drain your body's natural energy reserves. Long-term balance comes from respecting the natural cycles of activity and recovery. Just like muscles grow stronger through proper rest after resistance, your mind and hormones also need recovery to perform at their best. Prioritizing recovery is not a sign of weakness. It's a crucial part of sustainable strength and vitality. Confidence, too, is deeply tied to balance. It's not just about appearance or achievements. It's about how aligned you feel with your health, your mindset, and your values. When your body is functioning well, your mind feels clearer and your self-perception improves. You feel capable, focused, and in control. Confidence grows when you consistently show up for yourself and make choices that support your long-term goals rather than temporary satisfaction. This means listening to your body when it needs rest, fueling it with nourishing foods, and keeping promises you make to yourself. Over time, these small acts of discipline become habits, and those habits build trust within yourself. That's what true confidence is. Knowing that you can rely on your body and mind because you've built a foundation that supports them both. Long-term balance also involves emotional regulation. Modern life often keeps people in a constant state of stress and urgency. This chronic stress activates the body's fight or flight response, keeping cortisol elevated and draining your energy reserves. Learning to manage stress in a healthy way, through breathing exercises, mindful movement, or even simple daily rituals like journaling or walking outdoors, can have profound effects on your overall well-being. When you learn to slow down, you give your nervous system time to recalibrate, allowing your hormones to stabilize and your mind to focus. Balance doesn't mean avoiding challenges. It means facing them with resilience and clarity because your body and mind are working in harmony. Another key element of balance is nutrition that supports your body's long-term needs. Instead of constantly jumping from one diet trend to another, focus on eating whole nutrient, dense foods that promote steady energy and hormonal health. Think of food as a lifelong relationship, not a short-term project. Your diet should be sustainable, something you can maintain without stress or restriction. Eating balanced meals that include lean proteins, healthy fats, fiber, and complex carbohydrates helps stabilize blood sugar and supports consistent energy. It also reduces inflammation, which is one of the leading causes of hormonal disruption and chronic fatigue. Long-term balance with food means avoiding extremes, neither overeating nor undernourishing yourself, and tuning into hunger cues that reflect genuine physical needs rather than emotional triggers. Movement is another pillar of long-term balance. It's not about pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about consistency and variety. Strength training, cardiovascular exercise, mobility work, and stretching all play essential roles in maintaining physical balance. Regular movement keeps your metabolism active, supports healthy hormone function, and improves circulation and mental clarity. However, it's equally important to recognize when to rest. Overtraining can be just as damaging as inactivity because it elevates cortisol and impairs recovery. A balanced approach means moving your body often, but also giving it time to repair and adapt. The goal is to feel strong and capable, not burnt out. Mental balance is equally important. Your thoughts, emotions, and mindset directly influence your physical health. A negative, self-critical inner dialogue can create stress and hinder progress, while a positive and patient mindset can enhance motivation and consistency. Building long-term balance involves cultivating self-awareness and compassion. This means accepting that health is not linear. There will be ups and downs, moments of progress, and moments of struggle. What matters most is your ability to keep moving forward without falling into extremes of perfectionism or neglect. A balanced mindset allows flexibility. It's about making room for real life while staying committed to your values. Social and environmental factors also influence long-term well-being. The people you surround yourself with, the quality of your relationships, and the environment you live in all impact your energy and confidence. Supportive relationships provide accountability, encouragement, and emotional nourishment. In contrast, toxic environments or relationships that drain your energy can disrupt both your mental and physical balance. Creating a positive environment through community, nature, and meaningful connections helps reinforce the stability and joy needed for long-term wellness. Balance means nurturing not only your body, but also the spaces and relationships that influence your growth. Another aspect of balance is understanding that progress is gradual. The modern world often promotes instant results, but the body and mind don't operate on a fast track. Real transformation happens slowly through repetition and refinement. Building balance means embracing patience. It means celebrating small victories. The days you chose to sleep instead of staying up late, the healthy meal you prepared instead of ordering out, or the workout you completed when you didn't feel motivated. Over time, these actions compound, creating lasting change. The more you practice consistency, the more your body rewards you with energy, stability, and confidence. Long-term balance also involves purpose. When your daily habits align with a greater goal, whether it's living longer, being a better parent, feeling stronger, or simply being more present, you create a deeper sense of fulfillment. Purpose fuels motivation, and motivation sustains balance. It's not just about having physical energy, it's about using that energy in meaningful ways. This alignment between physical health and personal purpose creates a sense of wholeness that enhances every area of life. Ultimately, long-term balance is not about perfection. It's about adaptability. Life will always bring challenges, changes, and unexpected events, but the stronger your foundation, the easier it is to stay grounded. By consistently prioritizing recovery, nutrition, movement, and mindset, you create resilience. The ability to bounce back without losing your sense of direction. The more balanced your habits, the more flexible your body and mind become, allowing you to handle stress, aging, and transitions with grace. When you live in balance, you no longer chase energy. It becomes your natural state. Confidence comes not from external validation, but from knowing you are taking care of yourself in a sustainable way. Well-being becomes more than just the absence of illness. It becomes the presence of strength, focus, and joy in everyday life. This is the essence of long-term health. Building a rhythm that supports you through every stage of life, allowing you to move forward with purpose, confidence, and lasting vitality.